Howdy folks, Effing Controller here with a game called Sublevel Zero. And I have to say at the outset, for those of you who have been longtime friends of the channel and are salivating over the word sub here, it has nothing to do with submarines, this game. As far as I know, there are no submarines in this. You might also be salivating, I guess, if you think that this has submarine sandwiches in it. Again, not sure, haven't seen any yet. We'll find out together though, because I plan on playing this fine game, which I got to try out at PAX this year, and it has since been released to the general public for their enjoyment. You can purchase it from your favorite video game purveyor, I think. Well, it's on Steam, anyways. So, but I've been playing it and it's been really intriguing. I've really enjoyed it, and I guess the best way to describe it is to call it a roguelike version of Descent, with some pixely graphics and a chiptune soundtrack. It's got a lot of, it's hitting a lot of the high notes that a lot of people like, lots of thematic things that are popular right now. I guess you could negatively critique it by saying that it's derivative, but you know, it does take its cues from other genres and aesthetics, I suppose, but it all really works well together, so I'm okay with it. It's put together really nicely. It just scratches those itches, you know, it scratches all those disgusting sores on your body. It's better than any dermatological medication available to the market, or on the market today. It's, if you have skin problems, you should buy this game. Wow, what a great pitch. So, let's actually, just go ahead and get started with it before I start dispensing medical advice, which I will probably get sued for. So let's just go ahead and get started with a new game. There are different types of ships that you can fly in. We're just going to go with the standard gunship because I'm a scrub. I haven't unlocked any of these yet. I've just been barely playing it a little bit, so I don't have any of those unlocked yet. So we are in tutorial mode, which will work just fine for our purposes here today. No one remembers what happened or why. For hundreds of years, the universe has been falling apart at the seams. Whole solar systems vanish, reappearing light years away, if at all. Wormholes spontaneously form, shears in space-time that swallow unwary ships and tear planets into new asteroid fields. Humanity was scattered, strewn amongst the stars in disparate clans, having forgotten the majority of science and technology that was the fearsome sum of human knowledge. Most clans do what they can to survive as reality decays around them. Warlords prey on them while ruling over lawless systems, enabled by their possession of rare pre-event warships. Some clans seek out old knowledge, hoping to understand and ultimately reverse whatever happened centuries ago. Scout for your clan, you've stumbled across an ancient facility in an uncharted system. Hidden in an asteroid belt, ravaged by flux storms, the station is guarded by automated defenses, all the telltales of a final resting place for an arcane pre-event technology. And I think I just skipped the tutorial there. But you get the gist of it. I didn't mean to hold down that. Apparently the F button is a little touchy. The gist of it is that you get drawn into this station after waiting for some length of time, and you find that you can't escape. And you must find your method of escape by progressing through these pixely... Well, I guess they're voxels, aren't they? I don't know how any of that works. But we have to go through here to, well, it says right here. Find the reactor at each sublevel, find parts for your flux drive, and then move on to the next level, in the hopes that you can escape and find fabulous treasures and prizes, much like a roguelike. So, as you can see, this is a 6 Degrees of Freedom shooter, much like Descent. You can play it with a joystick if you are so inclined. I tried it. I didn't like it very well. Maybe I just don't know how to do it right, but don't know how to handle my joystick. A pretty serious charge, but could be the case. Alright, so as you can see, we're getting introduced to various mechanics in this game. You can see we have a boost that makes us go real super fast. We can roll around and throw up all over the place. Okay, so we can pick up weapons now. That's helpful. And we have an inventory. Lucky us. What kind of roguelike would this be if we did not have an inventory? So now we have total of 2 weapons, just in case you don't pick up the autocannon, I guess. You can see that this is a marksman autocannon, and that means that it has increased traits, perhaps. You can see it has a rate of fire stat, a damage stat, and an accuracy stat. Our pulsar laser, I guess, it's an energy weapon, has some baseline stats there too. One thing also that I'm kind of happy about, you might notice the font for this area here. This font, I believe, is taken from the Super Nintendo version of the Shadowrun game. I'm pretty sure, not 100%, I am actually 100% sure that that's the same font, but or at least very closely derived. So anyways, we can cycle through our weapons. Did I come in this way? Yes, I did. Whoops-a-daisy. There we go. It's so easy for me to get disoriented in this game, and that's what has led to most of my deaths. I'm gonna be real honest. But as you can see, we have enemies here. And I'm just gonna kind of dance around them a little bit. They aren't super tough. Seeing as this is a tutorial. Switch to my other weapon. I also have a missile launcher. It launches a dumbfire rocket that does a heck of a lot of damage, which I will probably be showing off later. Now, as you can see, the enemies drop shiny bits, and those are pieces of ammo, and they're also nanites, and I think that the game had a little tooltip about nanites. They basically let you level up at the end of the level to gain various kind of talent-esque sort of things, things that will allow your ship to reload faster, things like that. You'll see once we get to the end of this level. So I'm going to pick up this repair kit, which is like a potion. Using all the roguelike analogies here. And we don't need to use that repair kit yet. Alright, cruising along. We have a map now, thank God. One thing I haven't quite cracked about this game is that there are these doors that have red arrows on them. And I don't know if they are just permanently inaccessible. It seems kind of gratuitous to note that they're there. But I've tried shooting at them with stuff. Hasn't done anything. I don't really know how to open them. Maybe I can't. Hello. These guys are kind of pushovers. Now, the ammo that these guys drop, it does despawn, so you need to be quick to pick it up, but that can be complicated by the fact that there's oftentimes other enemies around, so you need to plan your attacks carefully in order to conserve ammunition in the long run. Alright, we got a couple more. And so there's another enemy type. This guy right here, he likes to get all up in your grill. Just likes to come up and say hi, but he's dead, so who cares? Hi. Hello. Now I just got hit. That's okay, though. They don't do a whole lot of damage at this point. Now, the enemies will sometimes drop things like this clumsy laser. Now, these don't despawn, so you can leave them there if you want. The reason you might want to pick it up, even though it's a clumsy laser, it is a buffoon of a laser. What an oaf. The reason you might want to pick it up, though, is that it allows you to craft. And I'll take a look at that if I can actually not die here. Yikes. And I think that if you're too close to those explosions, you will take damage, by the way. But let's take a quick look at our inventory. Time does not pause when you're in your inventory, also. So, we can go to craft here. We can craft a minigun using what? Oh, my marksman autocannon and my pulsar energy weapon. These are kind of fun, but uh-oh, we've got an enemy. That's kind of a fun weapon, but it's super inaccurate, and it just absolutely eats up your ammo. And that's part of the fun of the game, is you, again, like a roguelike, you have to do a little bit of experimentation to figure out how to get things working for you. You have to drink the potion sometimes. Oh God, what am I doing? That's one nice thing about this too, is that even though you can roll around like a doofus, the ship does right itself on one of the main axes of the corridor that you're in, or the room or whatever. So it's kind of nice. I'm just gonna go charge in here. Maybe a bad idea. And you can kind of circle strafe these guys. They're not that tough. you can see all the various goodies that I'm picking up off to the left-hand side of my reticle there. I'm so rich. Now, you have to kind of keep your eyes open because this right here, and this is something that the tutorial doesn't tell you about, this is a treasure chest. You need to open these when you see them. It's a berserker grenade. Okay. Does it have a giant beard and hold its hand out and say "Hos" as it goes down to the ring? That's a 1990s wrestling joke, folks. Did anyone get it? Did anyone laugh? Probably not. I hear shots being fired at me, but I'm not seeing the source, so I'm kind of being cowardly here. There's a repair kit. I'll gladly take that. Okay, so far so good. Let's open that up. And I will say that the tutorial level is different every time you play it. This is different from the last time I took it out for a spin, which is nice. We did have a fork in the road there back in that other room, so we'll have to check that out before we move on to the next level. But this here is an interesting little tidbit. This is a data log. These are hidden throughout the levels. Or not hidden, they're just there. And you have to pick them up to have a big old steaming load of plot dumped on you. It's actually, I haven't read enough of these to form any kind of mature judgment about the plot, so I apologize, but we'll go ahead and read this together. It'll be a lot of fun. It's definitely a lot of tech for something as low level as that. If they're corrupted. Could be studying redacted for all we know. Don't know how I'd feel about that. I may just keep the drones running, but I don't want that responsibility anywhere near my shoulders. Still, I guess it would make us heroes if it was. Just for cleaning the grease off some bots. Congressional Medal of Maintenance. Oh, you bureaucrats. You government employees, I tell you. There are various bits and bobs on the, like, on the walls and, like, this thing. As far as I know, you can't really do anything to them. They're not destructible or anything like that, sadly. Use my minigun or whatever it is. My autocannon, that's it. Now there's a guy in there that if I were to go just charging headlong, you can see he's actually taking several hits. I think I just took a hit there. I certainly did. I got hit with a missile. Good job, me. I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my... Well, I don't know, maybe I won't yet. So this is a big old stinky dead end. Oh, but there's a treasure chest. Full of prizes. Alright, nothing else here though. So we'll have to backtrack. But yeah, there's some... You can see how the encounters will definitely be getting progressively more complicated as the game goes on. So I think we thoroughly explored that, right? Yeah, you can see we have one of those doors that's blocked. I don't know if that's something that we can open otherwise, but I'm just going to move on to the next branch here. I did hear another enemy fire, so... Some of these items are being left behind because I can't pick up any more of them. That's actually a missile. There's different types of ammo for different types of weapons, of course. Speaking of missiles. Ah, shit. My dumbfire missile didn't do anything. How dumb is that? Ha! Dumb. Let's take a look at our map, because I'm not seeing a way for us... Oh, it's over here. It's always in the last place you look, folks. Boost through here. There's no penalty to using boost, but you can overheat, so you have to watch that. Just fascinated by these dangly metal bits here, apparently. I just keep looking at them whenever I fly by. I don't know what my obsession is. Kind of unhealthy, kind of unwholesome. So yeah, it's down here. Ah, hello. And that'll do her. That does an insane amount of damage, but as you can see, we don't have a whole lot of those, so we do need to be conservative. Hey, look at that! It's a core. That looks threatening. There's usually a room... Whoa, hi. There's usually a room off to the side of the core that has a treasure chest in it too, so we're going to be looking for that. Let's head out. Weapon. Excuse me. And there we are. Some extra ammo. Nothing wrong with that. And we can see through this membrane, I guess, that there's some enemies down there. Just saw one, like right there. I can't shoot through that. Start wrecking shit. Okay. Or I might myself get wrecked, as the kids say. There is a tank kind of a thing up there. Those are kind of cool, but they are really easy to kill if you can actually not get shot by them. I'm kind of a little bit cattywampus here. In fact, I'm gonna get... See what I'm talking about? Oh god, I can't leave. Okay, well we're just gonna use our little med kit thing. So you can see what actually is happening is that I'm aligning based on... Ow. Aligning based on these weird little pedestals, and that's what was causing me to kind of get misaligned. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. I'm gonna probably use another med kit. There we go. Because there's one right there. Alright, I'm just looking around to see if there's more stuff. Now, the lava will kill you. Up until now, since this is baby's first level, the game has shielded the lava. But now that we're all grown up and ready to fight our own battles, the lava will mostly be uncovered, and I will probably blunder into it several times. Let's kill this thing. Let's use this. Whirling at amazing speed! This is how nuclear physics works, folks. You just shoot stuff. Most things don't react well to bullets in here. And we got a weapon. A cruel autocannon. I have a marksman autocannon. Let's see if I can craft anything interesting. I missed a couple of things there. Hopefully weren't important. Nanites and such. This is apparently the flux drive component, by the way. We might want to pick that up, but before we do that, let's take a... Oh god, why did I do that? Let's take a quick moment to waste one of our valuable med kits. I keep calling it a med kit. That's not what it's called. It's a repair kit. Jumpin' Jehoshaphat. Let's go ahead and craft something. We can craft a minigun or a razor minigun, which is a phone and a gun. So these are not really worth it because they use an insane amount of ammunition. So I'm not going to bother crafting one of those. I think I'm just going to go ahead and lay off the crafting. I'm going to pick up the flux drive component there. And we have a portal. Alright, so we have one nano cart that we accrued over the course of that last level. So we can pick any of these little perks, I guess. We have spray and pray. The fire rate is slightly increased, but accuracy is slightly decreased. We have less lethal. A slight increase in chance for all weapons to stun enemies, but a slight decrease in damage or auto repair. Adds a small amount of armor regeneration to your gunship when HP is low, but slightly reduces your max HP. Ooh. See, now these are all, they have their upsides and their downsides. It's very balanced. That's the thing in games, that whole balance thing. I don't really know which one of these I want. Stunning is a great effect. It's a stunning effect to be able to stun enemies. And you know what? I'm a #1 stunner, right? So I'm just going to go with this. Delightful. We did a hellacious amount of damage with modest accuracy. We're going to go ahead and continue on to the next level, but that will have to wait for the next episode. This has been Effing Controller playing Sublevel Zero. Catch you guys later.